OK, so as the election hots up, it's time now to go over to Norwich, where our reporter Alan Partridge is standing by with a light item. Alan, are you there? Where is he? Alan! Alan, can you hear us? Alan, speak to us. Speak to us now.
Well, thanks, Armando. I'm here at Norwich Town Hall. No results as yet. The tellers here are really quite slow. It really frustrates me every year. Same old thing, relentless. 4 o'clock and they had no biros. Can you believe that? No biros. Unbelievable. Anyway, the election's all about fun, and I'm here with a couple of the more amusing candidates that have brought a smile to everyone's face. We pull back, got them in. First of all, you are Senator Martin Marmite.
Hello, Ellen.
Hello. Business there. Now, is that anything to do with the food Marmite?
Yeah.
It is, right. So it's basically just a promotion for Marmite?
Yeah.
No, I hate that. This fella here is... Your name is... I've forgotten your name.
Peter Gibbons.
Peter Gibbons, and he is a member of... I'll remember this. It's MHAAP. What on earth's all that about?
Well, actually, Alan, it's MHAAP, and it stands for Mental Health Act Abolition Party.
Hilarious. What do you get to then? What's all that about?
Well, we're campaigning against the lack of proper funding for mental health care, and we want to draw attention to the need of those who are out on the streets without proper medical affairs.
Affairs. Can't even speak properly. Anyway, it's working. Some of them actually running for Parliament, some of the mental people, I think. I take your point. It's a fun issue, though, isn't it? The whole sort of loony lefty brigade. Is that, I presume that's who you're trying to have a pop at?
No.
You're not? Right. OK, actually, I shouldn't say... having said that, I'm going to pop at the loony left. It's going to be even-handed, this. So I'll have to quickly have a pop at all the other parliamentary candidates. Here goes. Let's go through them quickly. The Liberals, they've got loonies in them with beards. That's fun. The Conservatives, too, have overstepped the mark on one, maybe 2 occasions at most. And the Referendum Party, who, insults aside, they probably have got more integrity than the whole of the other political parties put together. Anyway, what crazy... Look at me. What crazy stunts are you doing?
Well, I haven't really done any stunts. I've been trying to draw attention to local mental health issues.
Well, with respect, you're not. I mean, he's got a silly hat on. My vote's with him. By the way, my vote's not with him. I'm not endorsing Marmite. I don't have a problem with it either. I'm on the fence on that one. Sorry, carry on.
We felt that by having...
I'm on the Marmite fence.
We just thought that having a parliamentary candidate would be a good way to publicise our cause.
Yeah, but it cost you £500. You could have bought yourself an electric shock machine for that. So it's very barbaric.
I mean, take schizophrenia and...
with the greatest respect, this is a light-hearted item. We really do... I mean, at least Martin... I'm not going to say his second name, Martin Yeast Extract. At least he's had the decency to look the part, even though he hasn't done anything wacky at all. If you're going to do... That is feeble, really. If you're going to... Wipe your face! Let's not beat about the bush. People haven't seen me on television for some time, and people are watching, wondering what's happened to me. And, you know, at the end of the day, you two go home, and it's Muggins here who gets in the neck for the BBC. British Broadcasting cretins, I call them. This is going badly. I know that I've lost the battle to provide a sideways look at some of the more colourful characters in the election. You know, you both brought this down. You two are piss. Back to the studio. That's another thing I'm going to get in trouble for, saying piss. Did you see a fat lady with a tray of tea?
OK, lose them. Let's have a look at the state of play with Jenny Powell and our election scoreboard. There we go. Thanks, Jenny. Look at that. Lib Dems are in.
No, well, this is very exciting now. The Lib Dems have won a seat. It's not a hold. They've won a seat. Boom, they've won a seat. You can't argue with that. Though sympathy for the 23% of our viewers who are Tory voters. Now, this gives us a good chance, of course, to show you our inflatable Paddy Ashdownometer. Now, this has cost a quarter of our budget, because basically we thought it might be a hung parliament, so we've blown a quarter of the budget, so we're going to use this feeble excuse of the Lib Dems having won a seat to show you what it's done. So this is what it would look like if Paddy Ashdown had actually been a major player. I mean, he's won a seat, he'll win a few more, but here he is. Look at this. It is mildly erotic, I warn you.
Isn't that marvellous?
I have to say, I do feel very sorry for poor old Paddy. I mean, you know, he's had a hard time, and it's not looking good for him. Let's have a look in the security cameras in the Snoop area, miniaturised area here. He should be at the count now, but I think he's popped home to check something, maybe if the video's taping The Pope Must Die or something. Anyway, there he is, going into his house, but let's see what it's like inside. Cut to the security camera. Oh, no! It's a party. Oh, look, they're taking it all down.
They thought he was going to win.
Oh, so fatalist.
That's so sad.
Oh, no, what's this? What's this? Oh, look, they're clearing things away.
His wife standing by him, though.
No, she's going to bed. Now, look at him. Now, what's he doing now? He's going to sit down. What's that in front of it? Oh, he's got a teddy.
Mr. Paddy Ashdown.
Mr. Paddy Ashdown. Oh, look, a cake. Oh, no.
Oh, what a shame. He's going to eat some... Oh.
What's he doing?
Oh, that's so sad.
Poor
What a shame there.
OK, just another result. Labour have taken Basildon. That's a significant gain for the Labour Party. But we'll carry on looking at the Liberal Democrats because, Hannah, it's interesting. I just want to discuss the Liberal Democrats now because I was really impressed at the last 2 or 3 days the way Paddy Ashdown just pulled out all the stops to come third. Do you sympathise with him?
Paddy was going for the black vote this year because he sounds a bit patois. Like, you know, I'm voting for the Libs Dem. You know, he was hoping that they sort of like, you know, get that sort of thing going. You know.
Libs Dem.
I don't know.
Are you swayed by Paddy? Are you impressed by him?
Well, I'm certainly impressed by your large run. It's certainly the first time I've seen a head of state being blown on national television, but...
So you weren't here earlier then, were you?
Ah, bada bing, thank you.
Every joke about the election's already been done, hasn't it? We've just got to, you know...
Absolutely.
Has anybody said kicked in the marginals? We've had that, yeah.
Big majority.
Well-hung, safe seat.
Well-hung parliament.
Have you had to sport me ballot paper? Wipe me arse on it. You must have had that.
Bought me ballot paper, took it out for a drink. No, okay.
Oh, right. We didn't do that because that one doesn't work.
They're my speciality.
Actually, I'm not going to let Paddy Ashdown go because he's always asking to be treated on the same footing as Blair and Major. So I just want to see what it's like if we actually do that, right? I've got to get this off my chest. Let's just take a look at a good hard look at Paddy Ashdown, all right? Because people say that the Tories must be deeply unpopular and reviled because they're only on about 30% of the poll. But this is still twice as much as the Lib Dems. So the Lib Dems must be the most despised people in the land. So let's take a look at this stinking party and their degenerate leader, Paddy Ashdown. Now, Paddy Ashdown claims to be above the traditional slanging match of two-party politics. Yet he seems to favour a new slanging match of three-party politics. While Blair and Major attacked only one other person, my records show that Ashdown attacked two. Paddy Ashdown is twice as dirty as the other party leaders. While Paddy Ashdown attacked Labour for abandoning its principles, he forgot he was leading a party that in 1987 abandoned not only its principles, but its name. Twice. From Liberal to Social and Liberal Democrat to Liberal Democratic Party. Paddy Ashdown is unprincipled and confused. Now, while Paddy Ashdown attacked the Tories over sleaze, he forgot that he himself confessed to a marital indiscretion when he was about to be found out by the press. Paddy Ashdown is a deceiving adulterer. While Paddy Ashdown attacked Labour for changing its policies simply to get elected, he forgets that his party's central policy, proportional representation, was only adopted because it has singularly failed to get elected since 1924. Paddy Ashdown is a hypocrite. And finally, Paddy Ashdown asks us to applaud his record of public service, not only as a diplomat, but as an officer in the Special Boat Service skilled in combat. That's our final piece of evidence for our indictment. If you voted Liberal Democrat today, you voted for a deceiving, hypocritical, deeply unprincipled, adulterous and confused, trained killer. So, heed our poster warning, Britain is booming, report Paddy Ashdown to the police.
Well, that's one point of view, admittedly, but putting personality to one side, let's forget all of that. There was one of Killer Ashdown's policies which captured 12% of the public's imagination like no other. A penny on income tax to fund education. Just a penny. It's only a penny. Unfortunately, this philosophy was also adopted by the Lib Dems' financial backers, each of whom gave them a penny.
But never mind, a penny on income tax. It's still a good idea, and after all, it's only a Liberal Democrat policy. I mean, it's perfectly harmless. On May the 2nd, trembling with the thrill of government, Chancellor Beath takes 7 seconds to read out his budget speech, which says, more or less, I will put a penny on income tax to pay for education. Chief Secretary of the Treasury, Malcolm Bruce, or is it Michael anyway, the one who looks like Ernie Wise, this one. He announces plans for the revenue's pennies to be placed in a new national piggy bank to be constructed in Threadneedle Street.
Environment Secretary, that Lord bloke who did the press conferences, extends the policy by putting a penny on house prices, thus plugging the Lib Dems' spending black hole with a much-needed £500.
Education Minister Alan Beath, no, we've had him, John Cleese, announces a new flat tax rate of a penny on every penny. People don't mind, because, I mean, after all, it's only a penny. But then they realise it means giving everything they've earned to the government. The country descends into a brutal and bloody civil war from which it never recovers.
So thank God today that the number of voters prepared to hand over our country's natural resources to a stupid bunch of cacked-up financial brigands is still only about 12 or 13%.
OK. We've just heard that there's been an unusual sighting at Putney. So let's go over to Putney. This is going over live. There's been an unusual sighting on BBC One at Putney. There's the pictures. There's the pictures there. Now, just watch out. There's the... That's the old woman! That's our old woman! That's our old woman! There we are. Anyone who hasn't seen any of our previous series won't know what the hell that was about. And you know, I'm not even going to explain it either. I'm not even going to explain it. OK, let's go on to education panel. Education panel. It makes you sound like magistrates, doesn't it? Sorry about that. But let's talk about education was going to be the main policy of the election, and yet everyone went off talking about it as the campaign went on. There wasn't very much discussion of it. It failed to fulfil its earlier promise as an issue. It was a sort of Jennifer Capriati of policies. But Tony Blair talked about education, education, education. So if each one of our guests wants to choose one of those, do you want to talk about that?
Could I do education, Amanda?
OK, why not?
I think the policy that the Tories basically undermined, if there was a Labour victory, the Labour education policy ever coming to anything, if they came to power, by taking £100 off the Nintendo 64 just before the election. That's completely undermining any, because the kids now, they're just thumb frenzy. No chance.
What about putting a grammar school in every town then? That was the Tory policy on education.
Well, no, I mean, there was apparently, I mean, round my way at Basildon, it's nice to see that Basildon has gone to Labour, because round my way, the local Tory guy, he had planned to get a lot of the school leavers, the ones that didn't want to go to college and didn't want to, you know, go into further education, anything like that, or go straight into work. He had this scheme where they would all work for fast food corporations, and he was doing this under a slogan of Arbeit macht Fries. Come on!
It's late at night, come on, let's go for it. What do you think about, like, I mean, the natural thing with these grant-maintained schools, do you think they're going to go, because Labour said we'll leave them alone, are they going to go into, like, grant-maintained subjects? Is that the next step, do you think?
I think individual subjects will come under a certain amount of funding, obviously. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, well, I suppose what we'd get, like, chemistry being very popular and, like, technical drawing becoming, like, a no-go area. Sort of,
or else bars.
Sorry?
Maths bars. They could put a bar in a maths lesson. All the kids would go to that, wouldn't they? They like pooch. But,